Have you ever heard of a gorilla who could use sign language, play with kittens, crack jokes, had an IQ close to that of a human, and even left behind a message for humanity before leaving this world? Koko was no ordinary gorilla. She was a remarkable being, one who made the entire world rethink the boundary between humans and animals. On July 4, 1971, under the crackling skies of American Independence Day, a small gorilla was born at the San Francisco Zoo. She was named Hanabi-Ko, fireworks child in Japanese. The name was later shortened to Koko, and few could have imagined that this little creature would one day become a living bridge between humanity and nature. Koko's childhood was far from peaceful. She fell seriously ill as a baby and had to be separated from her mother. When she returned, her mother rejected her. Abandoned and isolated, Koko grew up among unfamiliar cages and the distant stares of her own kind. But fate, as always, had something else in store. In 1972, a young graduate student named Francine Penny Patterson met Koko. Penny was working on an ambitious research project at Stanford University, teaching American Sign Language, ASL, to a gorilla. At the time, gorillas were considered the least intelligent and most aggressive of the great apes. The idea seemed absurd. But Penny saw something in Koko's eyes, something science couldn't yet name. Teaching sign language wasn't easy. Unlike humans, Koko didn't let people guide her hands. Penny had to repeat gestures again and again, pointing at objects while signing their names. Slowly, Koko began to learn. Not just memorize, but truly understand and use language to express her feelings. She learned signs for thirsty, sad, mother, hurt, laugh. When shown a photo of a horse with a bit in its mouth, Koko signed, horse sad. Crooked teeth. When she saw a picture of a gorilla being bathed, something she disliked, she signed, I go there to cry. She called herself a nice bird and claimed she could fly, then signed not true. Joke. She invented words, calling a ring bracelet finger, a mask eye hat, and an empty cup no drink. This wasn't training. This was intelligence. This was creativity. This was a soul learning to speak. And Koko learned to love. On her birthday in 1984, she was offered a few stray kittens to choose from. She picked a tiny, tailless gray one and named it All Ball. She cradled it, cuddled it, carried it gently on her back, like a mother with her baby. But one day, All Ball escaped and was hit by a car. When they told Koko, she went quiet. Then she began to whimper, a sound gorillas make when they're grieving. She signed, sad. Bad. Cat sleep. For days afterward, she didn't play or eat much. She kept repeating the sign for the sad. And in that raw, silent grief, even the most skeptical scientists had to admit. Koko understood loss. She went on to draw pictures, play harmonica, use symbol-based computers to speak, and watch movies. Her favorite film was Tea with Mussolini. Whenever the sad goodbye scene came on, she turned away, too moved to watch. She even had a boyfriend, Michael, another gorilla who learned some signs. They didn't just talk about bananas, they had real interactions. Once, when Michael broke her doll, Koko signed, you toilet dirty. She met many famous people, including Robin Williams. They laughed, played, shared a moment of pure joy. When Robin passed away, Koko seemed to know. She wandered around silently, visibly grieving. She knew death. And one day, she talked about it. When a caregiver showed her a skeleton and asked, is this alive or dead? Koko signed, dead. When asked, where do gorillas go when they die? She responded, a comfortable hole. Then she blew a kiss. Goodbye. In her final years, Koko became a kind of ambassador for the earth. She signed, I am gorilla. I am flower, I am animal. I am nature. Man loves Koko. Earth loves Koko. But man, stupid. Koko cry. Fix Earth. Help Earth. Nature sees you. And then, one quiet morning in June 2018, Koko passed away in her sleep, just weeks before her 47th birthday. The world mourned her like an old friend. Koko was not a scientific anomaly. She was a living soul who knew how to speak, how to laugh, how to grieve, and how to forgive. She asked for nothing but our attention, our willingness to listen. Because in her deep brown eyes, perhaps, nature was trying to speak to us. And maybe it still is.